day. My main focus was just contribute in any way I can. And so that was just kind of the mindset I had the whole game.
Going off that, you just how big was, almost ready for you guys in that second quarter. After that timeout, you guys went on like a 22-10 run, and that was really big for that.
Yeah, I mean, Liv's great. She shows up every day to practice for the game. Like whenever her number's called, she's ready. So just to see all the extra work that you guys don't see behind the scenes, just all the extra work that she puts in for her to be able to showcase that and play amazing today. I'm so happy for her.
Thank you.
Did your thing. So yeah, just like I said, she's fully capable of this, and now it's just keeping it rolling.
And then, also off the bench, Ty was big in that, third quarter, knocking down some threes. How much did that help you guys to create some separation there?
Golly, gee whiz.
Oh my God.
Ty, it's just not, sometimes not just always an easy position to be coming like off the bench like that, and just to stay ready and knock down those big shots. And then not only that, but 5 assists to add to that, moving the ball really well, playing with confidence. And, again, we're going to need everybody. So big game from my evil twin. And like I said, it's just consistency, just continuing to get ready for the bigger picture.
Yeah, feel free. This question is for both of you. Outside looking in, team is injured. It looks like we can try to take advantage of them because there's 2 or 3 players that's out that contribute, so do a lot of contribution to the team. You guys clearly step up at every game, even though a loss, it's not easy to get you guys out. Do you like being on the radar like that? Is that like the secret weapon coming down the stretch that maybe you don't see you guys coming?
I think,
you too.
yeah, I think as a team, especially this is my first year being on this team like that, it's a different culture, it's a different mentality, and I think we kind of thrive off of, that hungriness that, people underestimate us, people count us out. And so I think that's a huge part of just how we've been able to respond since Breezy's been out earlier in the season to now, and then us gearing up for playoffs. And I think just having that hungriness kind of just sets us up for us to just keep going and just get ready for what's coming up.
Yeah, I've been here for 5 years, and I feel like it's the same thing every year. Honestly, we're fine with that too. We don't need to be the topic of discussion. We don't need to, have all the lights on us. We know that it takes a lot to win, and that's what we're focused on, is just showing up every day not for whoever else is out there, for ourselves, for our team, for our fans, the community, all that, and just take it back to MVP. Nobody's talking about AT. AT should be the MVP. She leads so many categories. Look at how she plays. She drives our team. She's really the engine of our team. So it goes hand in hand, but at the end of the day, regardless of what happens, we know how good we are as a team, and we know AT's our MVP. Drop the mic.
Yeah, air that.
Hard to follow that up, but last time out, you guys ended up giving up a lead, and this time you kind of just continued to pour on the points in the fourth quarter. How important was it to keep, scoring in that fourth?
I think just it goes to show, the type of players we have, and just I said going back to the mentality, just keep going and just continue to be aggressive. And so really for us, it's no let up in the games, and that's what we've been carrying with us. And I think that what's going to set us up for the future and what's to come up next. So it's really just kind of that relentlessness that we carry.
What was they played really tightly with you guys that first quarter, and you took the timeout, really in the second. What was said in that timeout that kind of re-energized you guys?
We was probably getting yelled at. I don't know, or probably changing something. I really couldn't tell you, but we knew that we had to make a little run, and a lot of that comes with our energy and just execution. We talked a lot about just taking care of the ball and getting the ball on the rim.
And last question.
If I can follow up on that, usually it takes one bucket to sort of start the run, but in your case, after that first 3, how did you all sort of lock in to keep going bucket after bucket, even after they took the lead and then y'all eventually put the game on in the second quarter?
We know it's going to be a game of runs, and they're a good team. So just not letting something that they do, knock us down, just coming right back. If they throw a punch, just throwing a punch right back. And I think that we're really good at that. And not only that, but it's so hard to, completely shut down a team or to score every single possession. Like, the league is so good and players are so good. So just having the mentality that we have to get a stop. Like, everybody's always talking on the floor. So just continuing to up our communication and, really make it known, like, hey, we need to stop right now, or hey, we need a bucket. So going back to what plays are working and stuff like that.
All right, thanks, sir.
Thank you.
No.
I have Stephanie Moore, can do a quick statement and take questions.
I'm really proud of our group. We bounced back from a tough loss the other night, and our balance offensively was huge for us. I mean, that's what we're going to have to do. Having multiple players in double figures, we shared the basketball. Early in the ball game, in the first half, we did not do a good enough job of taking care of it. We turned it over still a little bit in the second half, but they were dead ball turnovers, and so LA wasn't able to capitalize on it as much. So, I'm glad that we improved in that area as well. But big win for us, good win for us.
If I can, that timeout right before the end of the second quarter, Natisha was like, we were probably getting yelled at, but what was the message to the team that sort of started that run for the game?
I don't really remember because it was, but I would imagine, just talking about locking in on defense, talking about, taking care of the ball. I think at that point we had, I don't remember how many turnovers, but I think of their 11 points in the first half, most of them were in that second quarter. So talking about taking care of the ball, valuing every possession, being patient, finding the right read, and making the right play offensively, but more than anything, executing on the defensive end of the floor. I think we had really good first line rotation, but our second and third line wasn't good, and we needed to be better.
In that, after that timeout, Olivia Nelson-Ododa was really big for you guys to help, create some separation before half, and then, Ty Harris, was big with knocking down some triples, and then third to create some separation going into the fourth quarter. Just how big was their play off the bench, especially, in a game where, Natisha was out again?
It was huge, especially Liv. Especially Liv. We need her to come in and be productive for us on both ends of the floor. And being productive doesn't always mean a double-double. It means being a presence inside defensively, being a presence offensively, giving us a different look. So that was big for us. I thought, Liv did an outstanding job. Ty has been solid. She's a shot maker, so her ability to catch shot ready and knock shots down is huge. We got to get her to stop passing shots up. But I thought just overall the way that she managed the game. I mean, her 5 assists were big for us. I thought she just gives us a different pace and poise than T does. And so I also like being able to play them together. So making sure that consistency from the bench is huge for us, and they were big. They were big.
Following up on that, this is your second game sitting out. Do you expect that injury to be longer, or does it just the rest of the season?
I don't know. I mean, it's a tough one when you're talking about feet and injuries in your foot. It really is. I think the most important thing for us and with Nay is that we got to think long term. Playoffs. And making sure that she's ready for the playoffs. So while I don't like hearing that she's not able to play, I also understand the big picture, and so we just want to make sure. Hopefully, it's for us day by day, just evaluating, seeing how she feels, what her mobility's like, and going from there. And I mean, really kudos to our athletic training staff because they've had their hands full and have done a really good job of getting people back from injury.
Thanks, Lauren and Gary.
Hey, Coach, with Jones out and Karen to piggyback off of that, your players are making big contributions, and I know you don't like to take credibility saying that the team just picked up where they left off. But what have you said, or what have you done to prepare your team? It seems like they don't seem to miss a beat.
I don't know. Again, it's not really us. We have a fairly veteran group. When you look at Tip and DB and AT and Beck, they've been around. They understand. I think the challenge is for our younger players to mature a little more quickly, right? Is the consistency from our younger players. I mean, Ty might not be a quote-unquote younger player in terms of her number of years, but in terms of this kind of game experience, she is. Liv is. T really kind of is too. I mean, she's been thrown into the fire with no pressure on her. Now there's some pressure on you. And it's different to play with pressure. And so we are going to be as successful and go as far as everybody outside of our quote-unquote, big three will take us. This is a great example of it. 6 players in double figures, multiple players getting on the board from a rebounding standpoint, multiple players with assists. That's what it's going to take for us to be successful. So we really just challenge everybody to be ready when your number's called, to play with confidence, to do what you do best every day, to play within yourself.
To piggyback on that also, on a scale of 1 to 10, they're going to see the players in double figures, but what they don't see is the defense that probably changed the game. You got any lanes, and whoever was in the center made it extremely difficult for them. If you could just speak to the effort that your team made on defense in the second half during this game.
I mean, the 17 points off of turnovers in the second half alone, I think, is the game changer for us. We had 0 at halftime. We were a little bit late, I felt like, in our rotations in the first half. We used our 3As, be active, aware, and anticipate. And I felt like in the first half we were a little bit more reactive, didn't always have an awareness. I felt like in the second half, particularly in the fourth quarter, and we knew that LA has been a fourth quarter team. That they have been very good in the fourth quarter on their winning streak, and we knew that we had to come in and we had to be as disciplined as we could be, and as active as we could be on the defensive end of the floor, and our team just responded.
Gary? Oh, you good? Anyone else? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.